Jan Williams, everybody else sub 50 seconds in this race. Now, in Kingston, 48.67 for the Olympic silver medalist from Bahrain, Marileidy Naser. Can she do it again here? Paulino had not been beaten by Naser, had not been beaten for a couple of years in the 400 meters. Will she manage to turn things around here? Gabby Thomas was also ahead of her. Gabby now, as we know, moved down into the short sprints. Then we throw in some new challengers. Alexis Holmes has been here as a racer with Nikisha Price in there 5 and 4. So Alexis knows that in the middle lanes they've got a slight advantage over the challengers, particularly Amber Anning, who we're going to see in a second. There's Nikisha Price. Was only 8th in Kingston in that incredibly fast race, so she'll want to turn that around. So the world indoor champion from Great Britain, been based in the US for quite a few years now, good 200-meter runner as well. Was disqualified actually at the European Indoor Championships. A real shame that was, for lane infringement. Then Stacey-Ann Williams, she must look at the times and go, well, I'm pretty good, I've run 50 flat in my career, but that makes me the slowest in this field. Not by much. Then Whittaker on the inside. Actually ran an 800. I'm always curious about 400-meter runners at 2.2 this year.
Really? Okay. This is a walk in the park for her, yeah?
It's impressive. Yeah. Actually, Amber Anning's last race, 2.6 for an 800. What's going on?
You want that endurance,
400-meter runners,
man.
exactly. Yeah. Just testing with early season.
Yeah.
This, though, about their main event, the 400 meters. We got Whittaker on the inside, then Williams, Amber Anning, the world indoor champion, in 3. Nikisha Price, Alexis Holmes, Paulino, the Olympic champion, in 6. Naser, Olympic silver medalist, winner in Kingston, and then Kendall, Ellis on the outside.
You know Naser's going to get out, but Paulino does have her in her sights just outside of her.
Set.
Safely away, everybody, around this first turn. Naser has started quickly. Paulino's going to try and hang on to her, and also gone out pretty quickly Alexis Holmes, as she likes to as well. Amber Anning in lane 3 got some room to make up. There's a big gap between Price and the athletes outside her, so Anning's going to have to check off that. Now look at this. Naser out there in lane 7 has gone through the first 200 meters incredibly quickly. Paulino hanging on. Holmes is right there. Amber Anning looks as though others are starting to chase her down. Whittaker has really come through in lane 1, and as that stagger starts to unfurl, we'll put her perhaps in 3rd. But it's Naser against Paulino. Paulino fighting, trying to get there, has got the momentum. Here she comes. The Olympic champion is going to get the win this time. Paulino, 49.21. Holmes maybe hung on for 3rd place there. Very tired in the last 20 meters.
She had to
too
do
hard, too fast, what do you think? Very quick through that first 200.
Well, the thing is, she knows that Naser's a closer, so she knows that she's coming. And like I said, she had to come out here and establish herself. She put the finger up at the finish line just to let y'all know, look, don't forget, I'm still that girl. And you know what? I think it was important for her to maybe lose, because she'd been winning so much. So Naser had to kind of dash that cold water in her face, be like, well, who are you? And she showed us who she is today.
Time? I mean, we've had such a day today. I mean, that was about a race, though, wasn't it? As you said.
You know, I'm just looking at the time right now as we're speaking, because I was caught up in the race.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal strategy. Just she stalked her around the first turn and just made sure she stayed close. She knew she could close on her edge. It was a fight in that finish line. 49.21. You break 50 point. It's respectable. We know what she can do. Like I said, she came to the home straight away, and you can see all that is a fight. And you can just see that, you know, Naser obviously broke down, and she could probably hear the footsteps. And athletes do have that feel for the athletes that are around them.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing for the world indoor champion. You can see that Amber Anning in lane 3.
Yeah, not the best finish for her, but lesson learned. And she lined up and... Okay, so I mentioned, you can just look at Paulino's face that she is fighting for this finish. You are not beating me today. Naser got really, really big with her arms, obviously getting very, very tired. But Paulino now knows that her speed is where it needs to be. She knows that she's going to have the strength. And she actually knows that Naser's not going to beat her in that 200. So going into that, she's got confidence to just win the whole thing and get herself a slam championship.
Yeah, just by contrast, at 200 meters, Naser was 3/10 ahead. And, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but in a, if it was a flat 200 meters, that's a long way.
It's a long way. Those tenths mean something.
Well, MJ, a very happy spectator, and I'm sure very appreciative of another.
Banana chips, but 100,000. Come get your chips. Long sprints race to the 400 meters. There's the woman who won the 200 and has the gold racer ID, Gabby Thomas in lane 4.
She has her hands full.
Yeah.
And listen to that welcome from the crowd. We miss Marileidy Paulino, who is out in lane 6. Olympic champ is also in this field. And here is Salwa-Eid Naser, who opened her season with a 48-second run, the fastest time ever run this time of year. Didn't look as good in the 200 as I expected, but will certainly factor in the 4.
Former Gator Talitha Diggs in 2. If I'm Gabby Thomas, do I like that Paulino's out there in front of me?
100%.
Right.
She's going to want to pace off of Marileidy Paulino, who doesn't get out too hard, so that's good for Gabby because she is going to need to be patient in this race.
And a tough lane draw for Dina Asher-Smith, who's got ground to make up. Comes in 3rd, but got to challenger lane.
Yeah, lane 1 is going to be really tough for Dina. But she said she actually wanted to be on the inside because she doesn't run the 400 often, so she'll be able to follow the leaders, but it's going to be a tough task for her to overcome lane 1.
Good look at Gabby Thomas. In case you're wondering, the fastest ever 2-day double for people that have run the 200 and 400 is 1:10.93, and it belongs to Sandra Richards-Ross.
Hey, hey.
There you go. Steve Cram, take it away.
Naser is able to come out with a win, and Paulino comes second. She'll secure the 100 count.
Well, Naser has already run incredibly quick this year, and everybody will be well aware of that, including Paulino, but she must be really encouraged by that 200 yesterday.
Six.
So where they go first time, Gabby Thomas just letting them move away a little bit. Certainly Paulino started very quickly, and Naser in lane 3 is already running down Gabby Thomas as they head into the back straight. Naser has taken a yard or 2 out of Paulino as well. Nikki Price is in the middle there. And Gabby Thomas is doing a good job. This is where she's got to try and be strong, not be phased by Naser moving through on that top bend. Where is Paulino? We know she'll come back strong, but Naser's really gone for this. Is she's going to pay for going out too hard? Naser has got a good 3, 4, 5 meter lead into the home straight, and look at Gabby Thomas. She's fighting with Paulino. The 200 and 400 Olympic champions are a long way behind the winner, but who's going to get the slam? Naser wins it. Thomas.
Gabby got it.
Gets second.
She got it.
Whoa. Well, 48.67, that's incredibly quick, and that'll be a new personal best for Gabby Thomas, taking second place. Well, if that wasn't somebody running for points, I don't know what is.
I had a feeling.
Michael, he's impressed.
I had a feeling she had something up her sleeve. So 40, as I would have expected, Naser jumped out on Gabby right away. She knows that she's going to have the strength in the latter part of the race, and that's her style in the 400 meters. Not as tall as most 400 meter runners, but runs with great range. I love how her hips open, and she's also very relaxed for someone that small. Now, Gabby kept her composure, knowing that with the stagger made up on her, she's well behind, but still focused on her lane and still was probably focused on Paulino, knowing if you're coming into this looking at points, you have Paulino in your sights, that's what you're looking at. So she's basically looking at 100K walking around, running around the corner next to her. But the commanding lead that we have here with Naser is obviously showing that the time off is out of her legs. Her feet are back under her, and she's ready to be world champion again in this 400 meters.
Oh, you just saw Paulino, those last 3 or 4 strides, gave it up. Just Gabby Thomas is coming past me.
She was feeling it. She probably saw that money at the line. But Naser is looking strong, man. Michael Johnson approved.
Yeah, well done, Gabby Thomas. What a great set of races. I mean, the 200 was a little bit...
The women's 400 meters at the 2025 Grand Slam Track Series has revealed a clear truth. This is no longer just a fast event. It is a brutal test of specialization, strength, and tactical maturity. Across Miami and Kingston, 2 elite races told one combined story about power, limits, and who truly belongs among the 400-meter elite. In Miami, Marileidy Paulino delivered a performance that bordered on ruthless efficiency. Facing seasoned American quarter-milers Kendall, Ellis, and Alexis Holmes, Paulino controlled the race from a stagger. Her stride remained relaxed yet forceful, her rhythm unbroken as the field strained to respond. Ellis and Holmes, both capable of sub-50 performances, were simply unable to match Paulino's sustained velocity through the final 120 meters. The gap wasn't just physical, it was technical and psychological. Paulino ran like an athlete who understands every inch of the 400, while her rivals fought the distance. That same hierarchy became even more apparent days later in Kingston, where expectations were sky-high for American star Gabby Thomas. Fresh off 200-meter success, Thomas entered the 400 with confidence and ambition. But the event exposed the fine line between speed and endurance. Lined up against Paulino and the relentless Marileidy Naser, Thomas found herself under immediate pressure. Naser's opening acceleration was devastating, erasing the stagger and asserting dominance before the race had truly settled. Paulino, meanwhile, executed her familiar controlled chase, never panicking, never overreaching. Thomas held form admirably, but the final bend told the real story. As Naser powered away and Paulino maintained her crushing efficiency, Thomas began to tighten, her speed no longer enough to compensate for the aerobic demand. Even Dina Asher-Smith, stepping far outside her comfort zone, felt the unforgiving nature of the distance. Together, these races made one thing clear: the women's 400m in 2025 is ruled by specialists. Paulino and Naser aren't just fast, they are structurally built for the event. Miami showed Paulino's dominance over depth. Kingston confirmed that raw sprint brilliance, even at the highest level, is not enough. In this era, the 400 meters doesn't forgive ambition without preparation, and it crowns only those who master its pain.